What up, Northern Virginia kayak bass anglers? What's up, Joel? Oh, I had
Spoiler alert, Peter. Peter did not qualify for the Classic.
God dang it. No, he didn't, but he's forever in there, in that cool little video, courtesy of Mr. Jason DeMott. You have to read off there to. You said you have the chat up.
Yeah, comments are comms are good.
Yeah, I can see some folks. Some folks I can't see their name. It's kind of stupid, but
yep.
a lot of
I can see it. I go on Facebook and I can see it from there, so it's all good.
So here we are. I appreciate everybody tuning in tonight. We are here for the reveal of this year's Classic qualification list, which is also the AOY list, right? We won't go through all 100-some AOY. Obviously, it's only a top percentage or top number that we've focused on for this event. So we got about 30 folks in here. How many are you seeing right now?
See 15 in Facebook, and
I just sent a new link out on Fishing Chaos because I forgot to do it the other day.
So 20, at least 25 people watching.
Yeah, it's probably everybody who qualified.
Accurate.
All right. First and foremost, guys, like I said, great year this year. Great regular season that we had. Record number of turnouts. We did a first. We had one event after another that was 82 anglers. That was awesome. That was what Trail Stop 1 and then Trail Stop 2. So we had, like I said, huge success this year, guys, with turnouts, with all that good stuff, and it could not have been possible without each and every one of you anglers. Obviously, tonight we're highlighting those who have qualified for this final culminating event. Won't be the final event of the season, but it's going to be the final event of the competitive season, right? Like I said before, we have a tournament coming up, benefit tournament. We're going to be going crazy when it comes to sharing that and everything after, pretty much after this, weekend. We're going to be getting hot and heavy on making that event as big as possible. That is the Heroes on the Water benefit tournament coming up in October. I did send a kind of save the date earlier, so October 21st. That's what we're looking at for that event. So, like I said, mark your calendars, and that should be a good one. Looking forward to it. But as I was saying, appreciate everybody who fished with us this year. If you didn't make the cut tonight, if you're close, there's still an opportunity for you to kind of sneak in, depending on whether or not some folks can't make it who did qualify, so that it's a roll down effect that we are going to put into play for this. So, but anyway, like I said, appreciate y'all. We wouldn't have the series without each and every one of you. You all are the best part of NVKBA. So a big round of applause to everybody who came out this year and gave it 100%. All right, without further ado, I have a little slideshow here, courtesy of Joel. Joel hooked me up earlier with an awesome slideshow. I made a couple little tweaks, but first and foremost, what we'll do is talk about payouts for the Classic. We'll talk about entry fee, and then we'll talk about payouts. And again, this year's Classic is going to be held on Lake Anna, Virginia. All right, hopefully this works without getting too messed up here. There we go. All right, qualifying anglers. I can't remember who that was in the picture, but I took that shot out on Mooney, so it's pretty cool. If you recognize that angler, let me know. All right. Actually, before we get to the payout slide, you guys may have seen this post pop up this week, and I mentioned it at the awards when we were over at Six Bears and a Goat on Saturday. This year's AOY is going to take home the Old Town Sportsman Autopilot 136. So thank you so much to Appomattox River Company. Best kayak paddle sports shop in the state. potentially, nationwide, one of the top destinations for paddlers, for fishermen, and anybody who's looking to get out on the water. These guys are known nationwide for not only their great selection, but really more importantly their customer service. They really do treat you like family when you go there. I've been down there picking up boats before. They give you full run throughs of what you're getting into for the boat. Just like any major retailer might do, but they're a small business, so for them to take the amount of time and really show that care and that love for their customer base. And they're posting all the time about their customers and the great reviews that they get. So I can't talk about them highly enough. I cannot thank Mr. Brian Vincent. Everybody calls him Vince. So if you hear the name Vince, know they're talking about Mr. Vincent. He is the CEO of Appomattox River Company and all things Paddle Virginia. So like I said, huge shout out to them. They've been coming to the table huge every year. It's not expected, but they always end up surprising us some way, shape, or form. So, and like I said, we've had a few Hobies over the years. Had a couple Old Towns, some awesome kayaks, and he just hit us with one of the best kayaks here on the market, hands down. Hands-free fishing, autopilot, spot lock, you name it. This kayak has it, and you can walk all over this thing. So. One lucky angler is going to be winning this year, and I'm really hoping to have some pretty cool decals on it by the time we head down there to pick it up. I'd like it to say NVKBA Angler of the Year on it somewhere on the boat. So, like I said, looking forward to making the trip down to Farmville. If you guys have never been there, highly recommend the trip. I know it's a little bit of a drive, but it's a pretty easy drive. It's country driving, awesome scenic routes, and when you get down to Farmville, there's more than just Appomattox River Company down there. You have some great bucket list type fisheries. You got Briary, you have Sandy, and then some great eateries. I know the Fish and Pig is a really popular spot down there if you like barbecue. So it's worth it. It's worth a day. Take a Sunday this fall and head down there and check out their selection. You will not be disappointed one bit. So anyway. Once again, thanks to Appomattox River Company. Vince, big shout out. This year's Rookie of the Year, I actually don't have a slide for it yet. I need to get with Mr. Burks, but we always have a Rookie Year of the prize too. And Mark did reveal that there's going to be a Rookie of the Year custom rod from Catoctin Creek Custom Rods, owned by Mr. Mark Burks. He's based out of Purcellville, Virginia. Excuse me a little. I think I'm starting to feel a little bit under the weather, but just bear with me if I lose my voice. That's why. But yes, Mark is a phenomenal rod builder. If you guys haven't seen his kind of his portfolio and the things that he posts up on his page, definitely go check him out as well. I'm looking forward to making that post about the Rookie of the Year rod, and it'll have NVKBA on the rod as well. So he's made some really nice stuff in the past for us, and I know he's again a phenomenal supporter of the club. So thanks again, Mark. And again, all our sponsors, we can't thank them enough. We have some really big stuff planned for the Heroes on the Water benefit tournament from the Hardman team. They came in clutch this year. So just thanks to all of our sponsors who continue to make this a better club, for the anglers who fish it. All right, I think I've talked enough. Let's go ahead and jump into the payouts, Joel, and I'll let you discuss this. Since you were the one, the kind of the brainchild behind a lot of these numbers. All right, here we go. So it's in your hands, Joel.
All right, so entry fee is going to be $110. It's going to include $10 for big bass. More or less, with some leftover funds we have throughout the year, we're going to make first place $2,000. I believe the calculator, the way I have it built, is that first place is getting 55% of the payout. And don't ask me for the rest of them because I don't have it open right now. But second place is $735. Third place is $512. We're just paying 3 spots because we're only going to have 30 guys. And then big bass is $10, like I said, so it's $300. But then we have that $200 kicker for the Hardman heavy hitter that will be adding that to make it $500. So overall, I mean, guys that are making it, guys that are going to be out there fishing, have an opportunity to win up to $2,500 for a day at Lake Anna. So I mean, I want to say almost at least $900 more, at least definitely $500 more than the pot was at Anna last time we were there. If you do all the math together, I think what was payout for that?
Payout
Alex
for
took
that
was
was,
50,
I think it's
15
somewhere
grand
around
for it.
15. Yeah, something like
Yeah,
that.
so a few $100 more. Lot less people this time, so it should be good. So
And obviously, like I mentioned um, at the awards for Trail Stop 6, just because there's only three payouts doesn't mean we're not going to have prizes and things like that. So definitely looking at coming in a little harder with the prizes for the classic. I'm getting rid of everything that we have left from this year. A lot of cool stuff. Got some kayak cushions from Innovative Sportsman. Have a lot of Yak Attack gift cards. A lot of stuff from Rogue Gear. So yeah, it's going to be pretty good. I definitely am, looking forward to that. All right, so let's see. Matt Chapman asked, "Where are we going?" Matt, you talking about for the classic?
I think he's playing coy because he doesn't want to go back. Maybe.
Oh, I got you.
I'm joking. I don't know that.
Derek Lee asked, where would he look in the future for qualifications? So we normally post those up on the website first, and we'll share them out into the club. Usually, we just share the link to the website, but we'll they're usually up the week or so after. I know a lot of guys keep their own trackers, but whatever you do, don't look at the Fishing Chaos Angler of the Year points right now. They're not correct. But
it will be next year.
Next year will be.
Next year, I'll make sure they're accurate.
Yeah,
I figured it out finally. So
it's a little finicky, but I think like Joel said, it'll definitely be doable. Matt, yeah, it's gonna be at Lake Anna this year, brother. We're going back. All right.
You want to get into it?
Yeah, man, let's do it. Oh, Fishing Explorer just popped in. Appreciate you, sir, very much. Yeah, definitely looking forward to working with Fishing Explorer.
It's Chun. You can't see it.
Yeah, thanks, John. I appreciate it, man. I definitely, it's one of those things. It's going to be kind of a growing relationship to spend more time with the youth. I know, like Fishing Explorer is a lot for our youth and getting out on the water with them. So. Yeah, I'm definitely going to talk more about them this off season and have some good stuff planned for next year. Like I talked about before, and I won't take too much more time here, but I definitely want to get more youth involved. I know we tried to do that this year, tried to do a youth AOY this year. We just didn't have the participation for that. So we'll try again next year. I'm not going to stop trying when it comes to getting our youth out here on the water with us. So just know that. All right, without further ado, how we're going to do this tonight is we are going to go from the current AOY list. This is after dropping one event, right? So this is your best 5 out of 6. If you only fished 4, all 4 count. If you fish 6, you're losing 1, unfortunately, but that's just the way that the cookie crumbles. We're going for top 5 events out of 6. You are not able to drop the classic, obviously, because we haven't fished it yet. So I'm going to announce the top 30, and I'm going to start from first place. Okay, a lot of the guys that were in the top of the list kind of know around where they sit. They have had pretty comfortable leads throughout the season, and then they were sitting in a good spot. They know that based on the last AOY that we published. Where folks start to get a little bit nervous are those folks that are down to that 20 to 30 to even 40th place. Because you don't know where you ended up unless you did the math yourself, which it's a lot to track because there's a lot of big fish to track. There's a lot of ties to track and things like that. So this is the.
I heard Christian can't do math that good with crayons. So
dang it. Yeah, that's a little difficult. But I know he's chomping at the bit, man. I think it's a lot more suspense knowing that, coming from first down to 30th. That's just my opinion. I know Joel talked about doing it the other way or maybe like doing it split, like let's do top 10 first and then all the way down. But we're going to go from 1st to 30th and just knock this thing out. I'm really excited. Like I said, if you're in that, and I'm going to also name off kind of the folks that are in the hunt as well, pending whether or not any of these anglers that did qualify, are unfortunately unable to make it or something like that, which additionally, I am going to set the RSVP date. I think I have it set to September 8th. So you have basically a little over 2 weeks to let us know whether or not you're going to fish the Classic. You don't need to sign up, although I probably will have registration open up here pretty soon. I'm planning on getting all the payouts from Trail Stop 6 out tonight. So once I open up registration, you can either sign up by letting me know or let me know. Say, hey, Mike, I'm planning to fish it. Don't roll my spot down, but I'm going to pay a little bit closer to the time. That's just fine as well. I just need a good, solid confirmation on whether or not you're going to be there. If you know you're not going to make it, please let me know sooner than later. All right. Without further ado, here we go. In first place, Mr. Nathan Updike, also rookie this year. So right now, Nathan's he's sitting pretty. He's got 934 AOY points after the drop. He had 1050 before that, and his biggest fish came from event number 2 this year with 20 1/4. He did fish all 6 events, and he did very well in all those events. Well, he had a couple, but again, I think his Trail Stop 2 was dropped, right?
That's a typo too. It's actually event 1. Those are both event 1s there. I don't know why that was the last. The last 2 slides I made, they were both the first and second. Those are event 1s for both of them.
Gotcha. Okay, that makes sense. All right, so congratulations, Nathan. Excellent job, man. You're holding the fort down in first place with 934, followed closely by second place Victor Hendricks. Victor is sitting at 930 points, guys. That's 4 points. Huge deal right now. All these, it's any of these guys' to lose right now. So. Congratulations, Victor, sitting in second place for AOY. Victor's, like I said, 930, total points of 1064, which actually, if we weren't dropping any events, he would have how many points, like 10 or 15 ahead there, Joel?
I think he's got
a 14, something like that.
He's got a 14-point lead over Nate and then a 12-point lead over our 4th place person.
Gotcha. Yeah, and again,
and that's event 1 also for that. One thing, I'm going to interrupt you real quick. So one thing, if you guys notice anything on this, I mean, we're not going to go through super detail on these slides, but if you do notice something when we do post the standings that you think is off, or if I put a 1/4 of an inch wrong on your big fish, the big fish is important for any ties in the future. It is our first tiebreaker. So please let me know. I try to go back every event and make sure I upgrade any fish if you had a bigger one throughout the year. Thankfully, mostly all the big fish were caught in the first event. So a lot of these have been tough to top this year. So it's awesome that we're going back to where a lot of those fish were caught too. So just definitely take a look. If you see something wrong, just ping us both and we can take a look. Make sure that stuff's accurate.
Yep, good stuff. Appreciate it, man. All right, moving into third place, we are at Mr. John Mayhews.
It's actually a tie.
Yeah, he's got 930, and so does Vic. So great job, John, man. John is he has the potential to do a back-to-back AOY, and that's never happened before in the club. So that making club history, is a huge deal, man, and we're happy to see you up there again, John. Great work. John has a big fish of 18 1/4. Again, fished all 6 events. All right, moving into 4th place. And now this is an 8-point drop, but again, 2-point decrement, guys. So this is 3 placements or something like that. So it's really not far behind at all. Mr. Mike Hogan, congratulations, Mike, in 4th place so far with AOY. And Mike actually had 1052 before the drop. So.
That's the 12. Yep. Mm-hmm.
That was, that's a big deal, man. The one drop definitely shakes things up a little bit, but Mike is still holding solid. Again, top 4, top 5, really anybody in the top 10 probably has a good shot at taking this home. So we're super excited to see this thing pan out. Great job, Mike. 4th place. 5th place, Mr. Greg Oakes. Again, former AOY. I think he was 21. Or 2020, actually. I think Dustin Good was 21.
Yeah.
So great work, Greg. Greg's at 902. Again, not a huge drop, 20 points. Anything can happen, right? We got, I don't know what the point span is from 1 to 30,
30.
but it's a lot.
It's a lot from 1 to 30, but within the top 6 here, I mean, the spread is 40 points.
Yep. So yeah, it's definitely doable, like you said. Again, Greg fished all 6 with a big fish of 18 and a quarter. All right, 6th place, Mr. James Coleman, former Rookie of the Year. I think he was the Rookie of the Year when Greg was AOY, if I'm not mistaken, 2020-ish.
Sounds right.
That.
It's on the website.
James is always a threat on the leaderboard, and it's awesome to see him back up there. And he's sitting at 894, not too far behind Greg. So with a 20 and a quarter big fish. Great job, James Coleman. All right, 7th place, Mr. Lee Richmond with 888 points. Big fish of 18 and a quarter. And Lee also fished 6 events. So he dropped his first event, which was a non-fished. No, so that would have been – or no fish.
That's no
it was
fish,
just a blank, but he still had some points from that. But I'm assuming that's the one he dropped, right?
Yep. That's the gap in 20 points there from 888 to 908.
Yeah, Lee must have said, nope, I ain't doing that again. And he did well on each of the following events. He had a 2nd place, a 3rd place finish, and a 6th place finish. 3 top 10 finishes, guys. And you can see where he landed in some of these. He had 29th and then 21st. Still solid based on the field of 82 that we had on event number 2. But it just goes to show you don't have to be in the top 10 to be in the running. So you got to have a few of them right consistent. But if you mess up 1 or 2, even maybe 3 events, you still got a solid chance. Great job, Lee. 7th place. 8th place, Mr. Matt Chapman. Great work, Matt. Matt is sitting at, what is Lee at? 888. So Matt's at 856 after the drop with a 19 and a quarter inch big fish. Again, Matt fished all 6 events. And which one? So he had 2nd place in the trail stop 1. 14, 15. Again, you know, if you look here, he only has 1 top 10 finish. But again, it's that consistency. It's that consistent placement, top 20, top 15, really, like you were saying the other day, Joel. Like, dude, all it takes is consistency, and look what it can do. I mean, he had 35th and 32nd in here.
It gets interesting later in the deck. And we won't get too deep into it, but
right, yeah, and because I don't want to take a ton of time.
A handful of guys, if they hadn't skunked 1 event, they only had fished 5. They had actually fished all 6. I mean, they'd be right there. If you have 3 to 4 top 10 finishes, you're always going to be right there, even if it's just all 10s. It's 188 points. So I mean, that's 190 points. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, great work, Matt. 8th place. All right, moving on to 9th place, Mr. Dave Steger. Again, always in the running for something. Dave is out there just getting it every event, seems like. Look at these top finishes for Dave. He's got event 1, I believe that was because obviously he didn't fish. He missed. What did he miss?
The river.
30. Yeah, event number 3.
It was the bronze back, wasn't it?
If he would have fished that one and did better than 50th, he would probably be up there in the top 2 or 3, something like that. Great work, Dave. 10th place, Mr. Eddie Butler. Great work, Eddie, rounding out the 10th spot for our top 10. 838 points. How far behind Dave is he? Not too far, only 6 points behind. So great work, Eddie. Eddie's big fish was a 19 and a quarter. Again, fished all 6. See there, like a lot of 20th plays. This is why participation in these events, the more anglers we get, the better odds of points you're going to have and whatnot. Because, if
it's actually if you fish the events that less people are in, as long as you catch
that's
fish,
the higher odds.
Yeah, you're gonna. I mean, if there's only 4, like the wrap event, there was only 47 guys.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just fishing and catching a fish and finishing in 47th is better than some of the placements that people have that they couldn't drop. So just getting in there and being able, as long as you can score a fish, that way you don't have to drop that event where you skunked. I mean, that always that always helps. So
Yeah, for sure. All right, getting into the rest. 11th place again, still a shot, I think. Gary Duncan. Gary was the classic winner, I think, when Greg won AOY back in 2020. It's great work, Gary. We're at 800 points with Gary. And Gary actually dropped one event and only lost 20 points, so that's huge. His big fish is at 18.5, so great work, Gary. All right. 12th place, Mr. Joe Machado, Mr. Giuseppe himself, with a big fish of 20.25, sitting at 792 points. Great work, Joe. Congratulations. All right, 13th place, Mr. Ben Levine, also another rookie. 778 points total, 19.5-inch big fish, and Ben fished all 6 events. Great work, Ben. I've been watching and following you, man, this whole time, and you've came a long way, brother. So congratulations for qualifying for the Classic, 13th place. 14th, Mr. Justin Butler, again, rookie, 754 points. We've got a lot of rookies, guys. This is fantastic. Showing up here in the top 30, so great work. With a big fish of 20 inches, again, fishing all 6 points. And rounding, so we're at 14th place. Again, not losing a lot of points at all for that 4th place, or for that one event drop, 774 to 754. So,
hey, real quick too, Mike. The 2 things. One, comments aren't showing up right for whatever reason. I see Chapman and other people we can see their names, but I can't see them in the messenger, so I can't actually.
Yeah, that's right.
It's kind of being funky. But the other thing too is if you are a rookie or you aren't a rookie, please let us know. It's not super easy to figure that out. Just basing it off our fishing chaos time, not necessarily going back to training X days. So this is the best guess that we've got right now based on that. But we only have about 4 or 5 here in the top 30. But if you do feel like you should be considered for as a rookie, or that you aren't because you fish other events, again, just let us know.
Yeah, and generally the way we do our rookies is that it's your first full season. I think we cut it somewhere around 2 events. So if you fished more than 2 events last year, then we consider that, you fished last season. I know some guys come in on the tail end and they may fish the last one. In my eyes, if you've never fished with us, you're still a rookie with us. You may be a stick in any other club, but if that's the case, if it's your first full season with us, then you're definitely going to be in the running for rookie. But again, like I said, if you feel, like Joel said, if you feel that that you are a rookie and you're not annotated as a rookie, please let us know and we'll get that fixed.
It might all be for naught because Nate's running away with it right now, but still, just to annotate it and make sure that we're capturing that correctly.
Yeah, for sure.
Important.
Or just wait till next year and tell me. All right, 15th place, Mr. Chun Ree. Congratulations, Chun. Chun dropped an event and didn't change his points. So great work, 750 and 15th, rounding out the 15th spot for AOY and Classic Qualification. Big fish, big smallmouth, 19.25. So great work, Chun. Happy to see you back in the Classic, and congratulations. All right, 16th place, Mr. Joel. I don't know where that guy is, but he was supposed to show up tonight. No, I'm just kidding. Congratulations, brother. You had 21 as a big bass, solid fish, 748. So you took a little bit of a hit there. Not too bad, but definitely, I'm sure you felt that. But still, 16th, man, you're definitely in.
Way too many bad days out with 1 or 2 fish in the first 4 events. So.
Yeah,
that's the consistency thing. So
this is what, your second full season? Or third?
Won't be 3rd. I don't know. I lost track of time.
Yeah, I don't remember either. But either way,
it's my 3rd. I fished 21 and 22 in this. So.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so I guess I can't call you a rookie.
No.
No, great work.
Still trying to figure it out.
Great work, man. Congratulations, brother. You're in 16th. 17th place is Mr. Bob King. Great work, Bob. Bob is at 748 points with an 18.5.
Yeah, we're actually that's the next tie down the list.
You guys were tied, right? Yeah. Yep. So Joel, you had him beat by a couple and a half. So, great work, man. Bob had good fish. 18.5 is not a fish to bulk at.
Yeah, that's one he just caught this weekend.
Nice. Oh, okay, yeah. So that was. I don't think
I actually had to go steal that from his Facebook because he did the low res upload, and I couldn't read it. He almost got the selfie photo instead, just because I didn't know if he had one.
We didn't have to do any of those, did we?
Which one?
Any selfie photos?
I know. I ended up being able to pull everything out of chaos. So
awesome. All right, great work, Bob. 17th, congratulations. 18th place, Mr. Scott Skinner, the winner of the last trail stop, the Rappahannock event. He had an 18 as a big fish, 734 points. Again, fished all 6 events. Dropping that last event bumped him up. So great work, brother. 19th, Mr. Lee Wells. Good job, Lee. 716 points with a drop. 18.5 is a big fish and 6 events fished. Good to see you out there, Lee. I think you were out there with us as well last year, man. Good luck out there, brother. 20th place, Juan Ayala, also marked as a rookie. This is Juan's first full season with us. Juan has 710 points out of 4 events. That's a big deal. 4 events, stacking up here with guys who have fished 5 is very, very good. He had some very solid finishes. He had a 12th place in event 1, a 20th in 3, so he missed trail stop 2, and then he came back swinging at the first Battle of 5 Lakes with a first place finish, and then trail stop 6, he came back and hit 16th place. So great work, Juan. You qualified for the Classic, and good luck out there, man.
I'm just wondering if Juan doesn't like the tidal fisheries or not.
That's kind of what it looks like,
yeah.
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yep. 2, 4, or 2 and 5. Yeah. All right. 21st place, Mr. Will Brewer. Great job, Will. Mr. Old Town himself, 698 points with an 18.25-inch big fish. Will fished 5, and Will was very consistent in all of these, except for not catching a fish, but he still got those points, so that definitely moved him up a little bit. So like I said before, even if you don't catch a fish, and you're out there actively fishing, you can't just pay and sign up and not fish and get 20 points. It doesn't work that way. You got to come out and check in order to get those points. So just for those who may have not known that, or, if you're new watching this, you got to at least put an effort in to get some points. So great work, Will, and coming in at 21st place. 22nd place, Mr. Frank Bogdan, also a rookie. Got to meet Frank over the weekend. Outstanding guy, and I'm really happy to see him in at sitting at 692 points. He's got 18 as a big fish, and he did very well too. He got a top 20 finish out of those 82 anglers at Lake Anna, so that was a huge start to his season.
Came in hot at the end.
Came in very hot. He didn't fish. Well, he didn't catch a fish in trail stop 4. He came in and he also didn't. He fished event 2, but didn't catch a fish. But then, man, 40th place at trail stop number 3. I could tell you what, that does a lot to your mentality coming in, and then especially not catching anything in trail stop 4. He came back swinging event 5 and 6 with 2 top 10 finishes. So that brought him up. Excellent work, Frank. That's awesome, man. Awesome comeback story.
Yeah, I feel like he was always at my ramp too, and my standings don't look like this. So yeah,
that's funny. Yeah, great work, brother. All right, moving on to 23rd. We are at Mr. Chris Owens. Congratulations, Chris. Chris is at 690 points, dropping 1 event, fished all 6, 17.25 with his big fish. Let's see, how did he do here moving in from, so no fish caught in the first event, placed in 60th in trail stop 2, 32nd, 22nd, again, creeping his way back up. 16th place was a great event for Chris in trail stop number 5. So great comeback, Chris. 23rd place, you qualify, brother. Hope to see you there. All right, 24th. Why do I have Chris Owens in here twice?
Because I have a typo, probably.
So hold
These
on.
are all duplicated slides. 24th place.
Yeah, what's 24th?
Was actually Chris Owens. 23rd was Brian Lewis. Excuse me.
23rd. Okay, that's why.
Yep, that's Brian Lewis. Before that, my bad.
That's okay.
No, this was all built at 5:30 tonight. So,
Brian Lewis, congratulations. You were in 23rd. Chris has the 24th spot. So,
yep.
That's all good, man. I think the numbers are different though, right? Yeah, so 690
Yeah.
for Brian, and then Chris at 686. So great work, man. All right, 25th place, Mr. David Thompson. Great work, Dave. Awesome to see you in the running here, brother. Dave is a very seasoned angler, and just talking to Dave, you're going to learn a lot. So definitely happy to see him fish the trail this year. Fished all 6 of our events on top of it, driving down from, I think, Maryland, Dave's from. So great work, Dave. Super excited to see you out there for the Classic, and excited to see what you're going to do out there. Big fish at 17 3/4. All right, 26th place, Mr. Chai Sang. Good job, Chai. Chai had 642. He fished 5 events and didn't have to drop one because he only fished 5. So he had a big fish of 17 1/4. A couple of solid finishes in here. He had a top 10 finish in trail stop number 6. That was just the most recent one we had this past weekend. He had a 19th and a 25th. So, again, like you guys see, just take some consistency. Come out and fish and, put up a few numbers, and you have a very good shot at making the top 30. 27th place. Here we go. We got 27th, 28th. We got 4 left, guys. 4 left. And, again, I'll do the kind of the ones that are in the hunt, depending on who is able to make it and who may have to back out. Hopefully not too many. 27th place, Mr. Ryan Pataloon. Great work, Ryan. I always see Ryan on the leaderboard, man. He's just like I said, event number 1. He had 2 very solid finishes here. 5th place in the first tournament, and then 2nd place here at the last tournament. So he had sort of a dip there in the middle. He fished 5 events and then came back swinging at the end and secured his spot. So great work, Ryan. Big fish at 19 1/4. All right. 28th, Mr. Nathan Chalice. Great job, Nathan. 636. No drop. Fished 5 tournaments. 17 1/4. And, again, solid top 10 finish at Lake Anna out of a field of 82. And then, again, still placing here pretty much in the top, 50th percentile of the field for pretty much all of our events. So, especially trail stop number 2, that was probably like top 3rd of the field almost.
Yep.
And then trail stop number 6, no fish, but he still did what he had to do to seal that spot. So great work, Nate.
He didn't lose a rod this year in trail stop 6 at least. So
He didn't?
No, yeah, he did not.
Good.
Yeah.
That would be a problem. All right, 29th place. Still have 42 viewers, so that's pretty good. I was wondering how many people were going to drop off after they found out. 29th, Christian Tetzlaff. Great job, Christian. Another rookie. You made it, brother. 630 points. Event number 2 had a big fish of 20 1/2, so that's a solid fish, man. 5 events fished. Coming in, dude, yeah, man, like great season, dude, for your first year with us. 20th place out of 82 in the first event, 59th out of 82. You're still up there. You're not last. That's fantastic. Event 3, no fish, but you came back swinging and had that 20th place finish, and then a 19th place finish there at the very end, and it worked. Whatever you did worked, man. So fantastic job, and I'm glad to see you made it, man. 30th place, guys, rounding it out. Here we go. Last but very much not least, your 30th qualified angler for the NVKBA Classic is Mike Hosky. Congratulations, Mike. You sealed the deal, brother. Mike fished he fished 5 events, did well at the first tournament. Episode E2, that makes me think. You got me. Event number 2, 59th, he hit on the Potomac River, which is not like Mike, because Mike, he lives on the Potomac River, man. That's his backyard, and he does consistently well in that event. So to see him take that hit, I know he was probably chomping at the bit to try to get back into the running, especially with a no fish on event 3. But again, coming back hard, 20th place, 19th place. You guys can see that those, even though you may not be top 10, coming back with a couple consistent placements does a lot. So congratulations, Mike, rounding out the top 30. And that'll do it for our Classic qualifiers, the ones who made it. congratulations, like I said, to all 30, and huge thank you and congratulations to everybody else who fished. I'm going to go ahead and pull up here off screen the full standings, and we will.
Did I send you the full image, or did I just send you like the top 50?
I think I got. I'm not going to go through all of them, but I'll go through like maybe the next 5 to 10 guys that might still have a shot pending somebody backs out. So
Let me know if you can't. If you can't read it, just let me know.
I got it. I can zoom in here. So first in the chute for let me see. I'm going to exit out of this. All right. So first one out of the standing who has a very good shot at making it in. Hang on a minute.
Big Bass last event.
Yeah, so big fish last event, Mr. Wade Schoonover, brother. You are in 31st place right now. So if I were you, I wouldn't hang up your rods just yet. 32nd, I know this angler moved away, unfortunately. I don't know if he was going to come back for this, but he did get very close. So, again, like I said, let me know sooner than later if you can or can't make the Classic. Mr. Olivier Geyer, he is the 32nd angler with 608 points. So great job, Olivier, this year. Sad to see you leave, but I know you're off to bigger and better things. But if for some reason you qualify, man, I'd love to see you come back up for a weekend. 33rd place was Joshua Gray. So, again, you're very close, Josh. Great work this year. And like I said, it's only 3 spots out right now. So depending on if, you may still have a very good shot at getting in. So don't hang up the rods just yet. 34th, we have Matt Chamberlain with 572. And then rounding out, I'll go up to the 5th one here that's that is in the hunt would be Josh Reese, our winner of the of Trail Stop number 6. So great job, guys. Again, 5 anglers that are currently in the hunt: Wade Schoonover, Olivier Geyer, Joshua Gray, Matthew Chamberlain, Joshua Reese. And again, if we for some reason have 5 people who can't make it to the Classic, we're going to keep rolling them down. So, like I said, we'll post the complete list here. I don't know, Joel, whenever you want to post that, man, feel free. But we'll make sure that gets up sooner than later so everybody can kind of see where they ended up. So, that's it, you guys. Appreciate everybody tuning in. And I don't think I have anything else right now except for just that. Again, I want to thank all the sponsors for everything that they've done for us up until this point and that they continue to do for us. Huge shout out to Appomattox River Company, Catoctin Creek, the Hardman team, everybody you saw on the slideshow when we kicked off this meeting. I'm going to play it here at the end again. Congratulations once again to everybody who qualified. Thanks to everybody who came out this year. Great work all around, and I hope to see everybody back at the Heroes on the Water tournament on October 21st. Joel, do you have anything else, man?
Rick, if you're watching, can you start posting water temps for me, please?
Yes, and I'm excited to go back and see Rick Foley. I'll tell you what, I love Lake Anna, and it's gonna be a great time. It really is. Start booking your what are they called? Your Airbnbs and stuff now, and do your pre-fishing. I'm not going to limit pre-fishing for this tournament up until, obviously it's going to be like the other events, 4:00 that Friday evening off the water. But yeah, I can't wait to see all the posts, the camping, the good time. And even if you didn't make it in the event, doesn't mean you can't come out and have a good time and hang out with us. We definitely like to see all, as many folks as possible. The awards are going to be at Tim's. So, anyway, I'll stop talking, give you guys your evening back. Thank you so much.
And yes, Christian, I probably won't get them up tonight because I need to clean up like the formatting a little bit, but I'll get them up by the end of the weekend, if not by Saturday. I'll make a post when we do it too. So
awesome. Thanks, Joel. Appreciate it as always, man. Joel, hey, I couldn't have done this without you, man. I appreciate your help so much. Like I said, I didn't even expect the slideshow tonight. I was just going to ramble off, and Joel hits me with this beautiful slideshow. So, yeah, dude, couldn't have done it without you this year. I definitely appreciate Jason coming in clutch, doing some judging for us this year. And of course, Andy, all you guys, Will, for helping us out as much as possible. I know you guys, everybody's got busy schedules, but I couldn't do this by myself without all of you admins. So yeah, I just want to say that and make it known that it's not a one-man thing. This is a what do they call that? It takes a village. So
Hey, real quick, any issues with different watercraft pre-fishing?
nah, I'm not worried about it.
Yep.
No. Good
No
question.
guides. No guides. We're a month out, so no guide. Like, don't call McCotter and ask to go out and get a guided trip right now. But
Yeah, that's a very good point.
if you own or rent a boat or do anything like that, you're welcome to.
You can go with somebody. You
Yeah.
can't pay them. You can't
Yep.
pay them. Read the rules. Refresh yourself on the rules.
And
Anybody
no,
else? Sorry,
no, Lee, I will disagree. Do not come and fun fish while everybody else is competing in the classic. I will. You can go to a neighboring lake, but not to.
You go to the hot side.
Yeah, go to the hot side. We'll find access over there. Don't come out and potentially take fish off guys competing for the top. So
It could make some people salty, that's for sure.
yeah.
We know it was a joke, Lee. You're good, man. Joel's very passionate.
Oh yeah, it just
Don't mind him.
it's true though. I mean,
No, you're right.
It's going to be an interesting time. I mean, just looking at the weather. So I mean, it should be.
I just hope the a lot of the not that I don't like all paddlers, right? All paddlers matter. But I really hope that joy boating is to a minimum, after Labor Day, after school's in session. So I think it'll be good. Be a good day. We're sticking with an 8-hour day, just like we normally do. That'll give everybody time to get off the water and refreshed and ready to do the awards. And it'll be a good time. Can't wait to see everybody. And with that, that's all I got. Everybody have a great evening. Go Steelers if you're watching. And that's all we got. Peace out.